Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Going into hour number 2 here of Roleplay Vigil. You guys have been traveling on the road for probably about an hour or two. And unless you guys have any conversations that you want to have said take place, doesn't look like it. We'll just-
Well,
Every time I look back at the carriage, I try to make eye contact with the woman, just stare at her.
I think for like I would chat with Esther a little bit as we're traveling on the carriage.
Okay.
Perhaps asking her like originally I know that she wanted money. Like that was what her and her companion were trying to get from us. So maybe why she would be in the need of money as the daughter of the king.
she kind of just like looks at you out of the corner of her eye, very focused basically on not getting killed at this point. She goes, "What? I mean, everyone needs money, right? You need money. I need money. Just because I'm the king of a daughter that everyone hates doesn't mean I have money."
Fair enough.
When you look back at O'Reilly, she immediately like loses eye contact with you every time. If she's looking in your general direction, you catch her looking at you probably 2 or 3 times throughout the course of the trip. Bongo Dongo, do you guys do anything? You're inside with all of the explosives.
I am
alongside.
I put my
You're
hand
alongside. Okay.
on the top of the box to stabilize it in case we're going over bumpy terrain or anything like that.
Okay. Dongo, you do anything? You're riding alongside, right?
Just chilling.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys, for what seems to be probably an hour, maybe 2 hours, are riding along. The entire time, the sun is still moving through the sky, but it's really really dark out. And eventually, you come to the edge of this as you've been going away from the swamp, pretty much, and away from where you guys were told the crypt was. Eventually, you start to see the curvature of the dome of this dome of darkness above you, and eventually along the road, you come up on like the end of the dome and daylight, like an inch apart from each other. You guys just pass through it. As this happens, you can kind of see like Esterwick. She's just kind of like looking around, very very interested in what's going on, but she doesn't stop the horses or stop the carriage or anything. You guys keep going, I guess.
Yeah.
You travel for another hour or two, and you make it to the town of Morford, which, as you noticed throughout the trip, the roads were kind of curving around, and there was a large mountain to your left that was blocking like immediate passage. So you're now on the other side of this dome, in the city of Morford. As you pull up, Esther looks to you, Zatson, and is like, Can we stop here for the day? You look up and you can see the sun's almost setting.
What does the edge of the dome look like?
It basically just looks like one half is light, one is dark. What are you speaking to exactly?
So,
Like think
how
of a
far-
biodome, but there's no glass. It just is darkness and it's light.
How far are we from the edge?
You can see the dome off in the distance, but you're not really sure. You probably traveled an hour or two outside of it.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, she looks at Zatsu and she's like, Can we stop? This town is just more."
I kind
It's
of like
great
yell
town.
back to the crew if that's something they want to do.
Stop
Let's
stop
say
for
here
what?
who yells.
She goes, "Well, do people not sleep? Do you not eat? We've been traveling almost all afternoon. I mean, we can keep going, but I would like to stop and perhaps, not die from lack of sleep or eating."
I come out from
Yeah,
the carriage.
I ride to the front. I'm like, well, when the sun sets is when shit starts getting interesting for me. So, I guess if you guys all want to stop, we can. But otherwise, I'm good.
How far away are we from the crypt?
She goes,
see,
"Well,
understood.
we're a little bit further away. We have to get basically to the other side of the mountain. Or to the other end of the mountain, rather.
How long will that probably take?
about as long as it took to get here. A couple, 4 or 5 hours maybe. It'd be almost midnight before we pulled in.
I think we should only stop for a little bit, but I'd like to make it there by tonight.
It's like, so I can go eat, and then...
We will come with you.
It's like, great.
Yeah, what do you mean go eat? Do you know like a good place around here or something? We can just hunt food and eat together, right?
She goes, there's that option as well. More civilized people would, you know, go to an inn and be served food, but gnomes are kind of savages, I've been told.
He'll kill you if you don't just go hunt food right now.
She goes, well, at this point, it sounds like you guys need me more than I need you, so...
Yeah, not really, but yeah, let's go eat at an inn or whatever. That'll probably be faster anyway.
Okay, great.
I turn to Esther. As soon as we get inside this town, you're not going to cry for help, are you?
She goes, what if I do?
Yeah, you saw what we did to your servant friend.
Yeah, we'll kill you and everyone in the town on the spot.
Oh, no, you'll kill me. Like I said, we're already almost all dead. You'd be doing me a favor at this point.
I go to Sats and I'm like, can we kill this bitch?
Do I need a bunker in the front?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're asking me.
Yeah, I whisper.
Perhaps not the brightest idea you've had.
I had one in my natural as well.
Don't go.
Okay, well, okay. Okay, let's not kill her there.
You, please.
So are we?
She seems to be...
Are we still in the carriage and we haven't made our way into the town yet?
Yeah, you're not, like, you're on the edge of town. You haven't completely gone in.
Oh, what if we just cut her tongue so she can't cry for help?
No, a better idea would be to just hunt out here in the wilderness and not even go into town. Let's just do that.
Okay.
So I think we said about trying to hunt food.
All right.
Not go into town.
That works. We could also... Sure. Okay. That works. We can just hunt food. I was thinking that she could also just sleep in the back, too. We have rations, right? Of some sort.
Yeah, you guys have rations on your
we could...
sheets.
She could be in the back, sleep, eat her rations, and then we just keep going. Like, there does not have to be any stopping at all, whatsoever.
That's true. But she probably can't sleep because we don't know the way.
Oh, that's true.
But how about we take some of these rations? That's a great point. We will eat. I'll eat with her back here in the carriage, and then when we're done eating, we'll continue on.
She's like, so we're not going into... What?
Look, try this ferret jerky. It's delicious. It makes a great meal. I pull some out. I pull a ration out.
What did Jen roll on that again for that to be a thing? Like a 1?
I don't remember.
I think she did roll a 1 out of a D100 in Solemn, yeah.
Oh my god.
It was a really bad roll. She looks at the jerky, kind of studying it a little bit, and takes it out of her hand and regrettably starts gnawing on it.
Can I roll so that's not in this world?
If you want to, yeah, give me a D100. 1 to 50 or lower, it's in this world. Yeah.
Hold on.
Are you
Hold on.
kidding me?
You rolled a 2. I said 50 or lower, it's in this world, and you rolled a 2, so it's in this world.
I was gonna say she's got to have a downside. Like if she rolls poorly, she's got to give up something.
No, it was just to see if it's in this world.
I rolled twice as well as Jen.
It's the curse of the ferret jerky, man.
Correct.
You don't fuck with it.
Kidding me? I've
don't
never
fuck
rolled so bad in my life. Dude, this ferret jerky's cursed.
She starts like chewing into it, and she's like, "This is ferret? You say this is really good?" She's like, "Do you have any water that I could have, perhaps?"
Do I?
I mean, you would have some sort of water, sure, yeah.
Okay. I'll give her some water then.
Okay.
As well.
She's like, can I go over there for a bit of privacy? She like points off into the wilderness a little bit. Look, I'll just be right behind that tree. You can, I guess, if you want to watch me, you can.
I will watch.
I'll send one of the girls to go with you.
She looks around.
Yeah,
She's like,
There's
Our
only
only
one girl.
she's like, so
I'll
you
send
mean
one.
that girl?
I'll send Riley to go with you. Yes.
Great, great. This is what I had. She just like starts muttering words off and walks over to the tree. Riley, are you like standing right next to her?
Yeah, while staring at her.
She's just like, she looks at you and then like goes around to the other side of the tree. Do you follow?
I follow her.
She's like, no privacy.
Don't pause. I don't see anything.
She
I
just-
stare at her.
She just kind of like looks down and sighs. She does her business. What are the rest of you doing as you're waiting?
I'm eating
Eating,
food.
yeah.
I'm just sitting up there, eating, watching, looking around.
Okay, no problem. You guys eat.
Do
your
I have-
food.
Yeah. Are we eating ferret jerky?
I will allow you to say what your ration is. You tell me. Ryan's is ferret jerky. What is yours?
Yeah, for sure. Same.
Okay. Zatson, are you eating ferret jerky? Or are you eating? What do lizardkin eat? What is your ration?
I have like a delicious bug pie. Eating
Okay.
like one of those.
Okay.
It's delicious.
Fantastic. Riley, she basically just like doesn't keep eye contact with you at all. She
I don't
finishes.
expect her to.
She finishes her business. She's like, "All right, I hope you enjoyed the show. We can get back to the group now."
I wait for her to start walking before I move.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, yeah, right, okay." And she just walks in front of you, walks over to the caravan very calmly and quietly. She grabs the other piece of ferret jerky and starts to eat on that. She's like, "Well, what was y'all's plan? What were you guys doing, if I can ask?"
Like we said, we were doing the same thing. We had a guide, but we got split up from them, we'll
Did
say.
you kill him too?
No, they're still alive.
Oh,
They've
well,
gone
nice.
ahead.
Good for them. I'm glad.
Listen, your friend didn't have to die.
Well, he's dead, so I guess he did. I
You're
guess
right.
did.
He did. He is dead, but that was the choice he made.
Yeah, I guess so. Not really though.
Let's move
No,
on.
no, it's true. I said we won't kill you if you give us a ride, and then he started running off. Therefore, we killed him. It was implicit that if you wouldn't give us a ride,
Yeah,
we would kill you.
you're kind of crazy. Zatson, you seem to be the only level-headed person here. Would you like to continue the trip up front with me?
Of course.
She goes, great, great. And we're leaving tonight?
As soon as you are ready.
Well, let's go. She goes, we'll
Alright.
have to pass through this town, or I guess we can go around it, whatever you guys want, but we do have some traveling ahead of us. You guys all pile back on your horses and start traveling once again. She like motions to, she like points towards the town and to Zatson. She's like, can we go through? Or are we going around? What you tell me.
I look back at Bongo and say, are we going through the town or around the town?
Let's take the long way.
All right. There's your answer.
She's like, yeah, great. And she like hits the reins and the horses start trotting along, and you guys go around the town. You guys get on the other side of town. You're traveling for some time. It's completely dark out. You look up in the sky and you can't really make out the dome as it kind of blends in with the night sky. You're not really sure where it begins, and you start traveling on the road for probably an hour, and then the road starts to what was once kind of a heavily beaten path starts to be a kind of a rocky terrain. And she looks at you, Esther looks at you, Zatson, and is like, I don't know if the carriage will work on this. It gets pretty rough up here.
How do you normally traverse this area?
The other side of the mountain. Well, I don't go this way. No one goes this way. We were going to probably hire help in the town, but you guys kind of past the town, so
Help as far as?
carrying the stuff up the mountain and getting it across.
We can carry things. Have no worry about that. I turn around and reiterate what is happening to Dongo or Bongo, so he can make a leader decision.
Yeah, we're still continuing to just travel around the.
At this point, like I said,
We're-
the road
yeah.
is becoming more, less traveled, and you're getting to the edge of this mountain where you have to go up on some pretty rough terrain, one that won't carry a carriage through it.
Eyeing the cargo that we have in tow, does it look like our party could carry all of it?
I think I said there was 5 boxes stacked, and there was 4
We could
per.
put those on the sides of the horses
Yeah, you could probably fit some
on the back.
sort of contraption with rope or something like that if you wanted.
All right.
I mean, you do have 2 extra horses that no one's using at the moment. Esther
Let's
needs
just-
a horse, and there's one on the side as well. that's
What are
not
we
being used.
calling the explosives, by the way? Is there a word for it?
Explosives.
All right. Let's just take the explosives and put them on the horses, and we'll travel on horseback.
She's like, oh, okay. Yeah, can you... Okay, I'll do that. She, like, gets off, goes and opens the carriage and starts slowly removing the boxes from it, put them on the ground, and fixing them up to the horses. She's just tying
I'm
some rope
helping
together.
doing that.
Yeah, it takes, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, and you guys get the 5 boxes attached. She kind of swings up onto one of the horses, and she's like, all right, well, better get going.
I'm gonna
It's been a long
move the
night."
carriage off to the side somewhere, so perhaps it'll still be there. Probably not, but
Okay.
kind of hide it a little bit.
Sure. You go and you park it like under a tree or something like that. Does that work?
All right, and then I get back on my horse and
Okay.
meet up with them.
She looks at Ryan and she's like, "Do you guys have a torch? You know, the torch bearer was the guy that you killed, so."
What I will do is go up to the reins of these horses, and I will cast light on the front, so it'll be like a Rudolph situation.
Okay. Is that
Yeah, she says. Yeah, she asks if anyone has a torch. I slowly pull out my glove from my boots.
okay? The ever glowing glove. Do you still use or touch the horse, Ryan?
Yeah, I'll do that too.
Okay. That's a cantrip, right? So you don't have to roll for it.
Right.
Okay, yeah. You cast light on the. Are you casting it on like the reins or on the nose?
I think isn't there a part that what does it go into their mouth or over
Something
their
like
face?
that, yeah. I
The
don't-
part that's on their face, whatever that is.
Okay,
where
so
I'm-
not on the actual horse, but on the thing. On
Right.
The horse. Okay, yeah, no problem. She's like, interesting. Okay, well, I guess stay behind me and let's go. She starts like going up the side of the mountain, or I guess up the side of this hill. It's not really a mountain. You can't. It's not Skyrim. And yeah, she starts traveling on. Let's make some rolls for the undertaking a perilous journey. So 1 quartermaster, 1 scout, 1 trailblazer.
I will.
They're all based off of.
I'll scout.
Was it wisdom? Yeah, they're all based off of wisdom.
Oh, they're all wisdom.
Place.
So
I
not
have
me.
0
for any.
wisdom. Yeah. So
I
I
have
have
negative wisdom.
I have the highest wisdom, so whatever you guys think
I'm
is best.
trailblazing. I got a 7.
scout and speed probably for you two. Then I'll do the final one.
So 2d6
I
plus
take
wisdom,
scout.
and type what you're doing in. So
There's trailblazing, quartermaster, and what was the final one?
scout.
I guess I'll be quartermaster then,
Go.
Okay.
since Bongo's trailblazer.
Dongo, you were quartermaster.
Dongo's scout.
No, it's scout.
Bongo's trailblazer. I'm quartermaster.
Gotcha.
We have a
8. What? Oh, Bongo. The 7 was your trailblazer.
yeah,
Yep.
7, 8, 10. So
Okay.
7 for trailblazing, 8 for quartermaster, and scout is 10.
Sure. Dongo, you kind of make your way through, and you're like leading the pack almost. You're trying to set the pace, and You stumble a little bit. Some of the rock or some of the terrain is a little bit rocky, but you have no issue getting through. It takes about as much time as was told. Who is the scout?
That would be Dongo
Dongo. Yeah.
with a 10.
Dongo with a 10. Yeah, you come up over a hill, and you're kind of like looking off into the distance, and you know you have light, mass amounts of light behind you, so you don't have really too much trouble looking forward. And you notice that down in front of you, there's a long slope, and at the end of the slope, there seems to be like a rock that is out of place. It looks a little bit different colored. It looks much larger than everything around it. You're not really sure how. It just looks completely out of place. The structure, the texture of it is not the same as all the other rocks around it. It's much coarser. It's not as smooth as the rest of the stone around you. And
Can I spout lore on that?
you could discern realities on it. You can't spout lore.
Okay.
Try to figure out what it is.
Yeah. Cool. Got him.
That's an 8. So you can ask me one of those questions from the list, if you have that list in front of you. If not, it's in the handouts, I believe. Yes.
No, yeah, I have it. What here is not what it appears to be.
That rock is not a rock.
Oh.
Hey.
No way. You think?
Yeah, well, the other questions were not very...
Damn, we got juice.
I don't think that's a rock, guys.
All right.
The one
Since
that
you
doesn't
said that,
look like a rock?
I go up and I'm going to
Assuming-
search the rock to see if there are any traps or anything that are odd about it.
You walk up to the
I
rock.
think we should throw a rock at the rock first.
Nope, she already acted. Zatson, you start
That's
walking
not
towards
rock.
this rock. You get about 4 feet from it, and you see these 2 giant eyes on the front of it just go wide open.
Sweet.
As you do, it kind of like lurches back on its on these 2 legs, and you see arms kind of come up from the side of it. It's this giant, like 10-foot stone structure, stone golem, basically in front of you. And he looks at you, and you see his eyes kind of start to furrow a little bit, and he starts making some movements toward you, but he's very, very slow in his movement. He can't move very quick. What do you do?
I'm going to kind of like tumble backwards towards the rest of my group.
Okay. Yeah. I'll just say that you can do that. You're not under attack. You can definitely just, if you're going to walk back towards the group, or I guess run, in your case, you run back to the group.
Now I'm going to do backflips back to the group.
Give me a
Okay,
dex
JP.
check.
All right.
If you're doing backflips, I have to add some difficulty to it.
All right. Bam. Done.
Yeah, you know, you start doing backflips back to the group, since that was a defy danger, I guess, plus dex. And as you do, you know, you're right next to the party, and it looks like your hand like slips on the last thing. Maybe you're tired from the 4 or 5 flips that you've done before, and you land flat on your ass. But you're still next to the party. You don't take any damage.
That was very impressive, Lizard.
As you say this, you can see that the this creature is probably about 3 or 4 steps in front of you. And as it gets closer, you can see that Esther is chanting something, and you're not really sure what's going on, but she's just gone into like full chant mode.
Who sees this?
I would say the 3 of you do. Zatson does not.
Is she waving her hands around like she's casting a spell? You need your hands, right?
She has her hands basically like clasped like this, and you can see her kind of like looking down at the ground, and you can see some light coming from inside of her cusp of the 2 hands.
Hey,
go
slap
over-
her! Slap her out!
Yeah, I go over and grab her hands and break them apart.
When you do, you kind of you see like this release of energy from in her hands, and she's like, "What? Why did you do that? I was helping that thing." And he's like right in front of you. He's actually like pulling back, and goes to swing at Dongo and both Riley as he's making a massive side attack. What are you guys doing?
How big
I
is
will
the
defy
rock?
danger by going in shadow form and trying to shadow step behind him.
So you are doing quick thinking. So give me a defy danger plus int, and then you can do your shadow form. Because you got to get out of the way first.
Shadow step, right?
He's got to go into shadow form first.
Oh, he's not in it. Okay.
2d6 plus what?
Plus int for quick thinking.
I think that's 1 or 2. I'm not sure.
Your int is +1, so it's +0.
Okay. Just set 2d6. Got him.
Yeah. You know, you're like studying this thing and making sure you can get close enough to it. And you do blink behind it. Or sorry, you do go ahead and cast your spell. You get your spell off is what I'm saying. So go ahead and roll for that.
I would like to... It's pretty slow, right? If I can, like, shadow step, is there... I guess it's big enough that there would be a shadow on itself? Like, can I...
I mean, it's nighttime. So... All right, yeah, actually, you guys have your light. So, yes, there would be a shadow behind it from the light that you guys are producing.
Like, behind his head? Yeah. Like, if it's tall enough that I could just, like, appear behind his head, right?
You're blinking behind it?
Yeah, like, on top of his head, I can draw it.
No, I understand. If you want to blink on top of his head, yes, you can definitely blink up there. Actually, no, you didn't. You rolled an 8. If you go to blink on top of his head, you're not going to be able to stay up there. You're going to kind of like misjudge it a little bit. But you can definitely blink on the ground.
Okay, then I'll take the ground, and I would like to cast Inflict the super strong wounds. Where is that?
Roll your spell to see if it goes off.
Yep.
What is that? 2d6 plus whiz?
Yeah, +2.
6. Choose one of those options from the spell. Or do I get to choose it? All these fucking rule systems, I should know this shit.
I usually choose them, but I guess it's up to you.
Yeah, on a 6 or less, nothing happens. You go, or I get to choose rather. You go to like cast the spell, you get behind it, and you know, you feel like the spell's about to go off, and as you do, you're like, you catch a glimpse of this vine on the ground, and it's wrapping up around your right leg, and right when you get a good look at it, it pulls on you, and you get pulled back onto the ground, and your face goes slamming against the mountain rock below you. What are the rest of you doing?